Nobody tells you what it really feels like after having breast reconstructive surgery. You know, you don't read about the after effects of it in pamphlets. The surgeons are not telling you, and not even other survivors. When I went, excuse me, on YouTube to find other people talking about it, at that time, I didn't really get the information that I was looking for. But I'm going to tell you today the truth, my truth. Because if you're walking this path, you deserve to be prepared, mind, body, and your spirit. So stay with me until the end, guys, because what I share today could help you emotionally, physically, or even spiritually. So, hi, family. It's Michelle here, and welcome back to Living the Vision. Here we talk through storytelling about healing, faith, and lifestyle, and my real life journey of surviving breast cancer and beyond. So today's video is part of my Real and Honest series that I'm doing. It's about what happened to me after surgery. These are things that I wish I had known, especially after breast reconstructive surgery. I'm not a doctor, excuse me, but I've lived through this story twice. I've had 2 reconstructive breast surgeries. Cancer once, 2 reconstructive breast surgeries, because the first breast surgery wasn't done correctly, and the second surgery was done to correct the first surgery. Now, this video is from my heart. I just want to walk beside you and offer what happened to me the most. Now, if you're new here, subscribe and tap that bell. I release long form videos every Monday, and short form videos are released 3 times weekly. And don't forget to go back and check out my earlier videos, in this series, or whichever videos that you choose to look at, So I'd appreciate it if you go back and look at those videos. Now, I want to say that surgery is not just physical, it's deeply emotional. I thought I was prepared for, my surgery. I had the dates all set, the doctors prepared, waiting for me. I got the bras that I needed, the support bras for after the surgery, and I had all the instructions. What I wasn't prepared for was emotional roller coasters. After my surgery, I looked down at my chest and felt confused. I survived cancer. I should be grateful. But there was also a struggle, and a strange emptiness that I felt that I couldn't explain. I grieved my old body. At the same time, I celebrated my survival. I survived cancer. But I also had moments where I didn't recognize myself. If you're going through this, you might be feeling the same way that I felt, and that's okay. That's okay, guys. Have you ever had a moment where your healing didn't feel like what you expected? So I want you to drop a hand emoji, one of those heart hand emojis, and in the comments if you've ever been there. Now, pain isn't always where you expect it. one of my most surprising parts was where I felt pain. Not always on the surface, but my spine ached, my arms, under my arms, they ached horribly because it was hard for me to straighten out my arms because they took lymph nodes, I guess that's what you call it, from underneath my armpits, to my breast, all the way to my breast. And it was hard for me to straighten my arms out by my side. And at times, I still feel sensations in places where nerves are disturbed. They're still healing. I still use warm compresses. I do gentle stretches and my own kind of healing playlists like soft music, affirmations, scriptures, and even just moments of quietness. But nobody tells you that nerve pain can show up like a jolt, They don't say that laying flat on your back feels like, you have a weight sitting on your chest, right here, where they did the breast surgery. That sometimes they don't say that a simple hug can just feel horrible. And I know people may mean well, they do mean well, but it hurts sometimes. And I have to relearn my relationship with my body. And that's not weak, that's powerful. One thing that helped me, and it was a small thing, you want to feel human again after all those tough times. I want to know what one small thing that you wanted to feel during those tough times where you, like me, I wanted to feel human all over again. I wanted to be me. Healing has its ups and downs, and that's normal. Some days I was up early doing my dishes or cooking or stretching or smiling. And other days I didn't want to get out of bed. That's a lot of times, That doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're human. I want to encourage you today. Your progress might be on a straight path, but it's still progress. Keep a healing journal. My healing journal are my videos that I make here on YouTube. I've done TikTok videos also. And track the small wins. Take pictures, not for the world, but for you. You do that so you can look back and say, I didn't quit on myself. If today is a good day, celebrate it. If it's a hard one, know that you're not alone. Comment. I want you to make a comment below. Still healing, still here, so that we can lift each other up. Now, let's talk about intimacy. And let's be real. I was afraid I wouldn't feel beautiful again. I was afraid that I'd never feel confident looking in a mirror or being with someone that I loved, taking my clothes off. Let me say this. Your worth is not in your scars. Your softness is not weakness. And confidence comes back, not in one day, but one look, one affirmation, one deep breath at a time. You deserve to feel seen, not in spite of your story, but because of it. If this video gave you even a little peace, a little strength, I want you to share it with someone else who needs to hear this. Subscribe and press that bell button. You know, subscribe and press that button so that when I upload another video, you'll be able to view that video. And press the like button, guys. Press that like button under my video and leave a comment. I read every single comment and I respond to each that I can catch, and I try to catch them all. And if you want to hear more, watch my earlier videos in this series, like my breast cancer diagnosis story, or before surgery, what I did to prepare, and my breast reconstruction healing tips. I want you to know that you're not alone, and this is just the beginning. So I'll see you guys in the next video.